Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Neon Dynasty Draft. That's right, it is back on Arena for a short time, and I'm going to be diving in. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more so you can catch more epic drafts and improve at Limited. Okie doke, what do we have here? Well, Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa, is actually just great. 3/3 flash flying, and it usually saves your creature or wins you a combat. So we're going to be taking Kyodai. Acquisition Octopus, a bit too slow, was never great. Essence Capture, kind of not the best place to be either, just kind of finicky counterspell stuff. When your opponent can just cast like one of these like sagas and mess you up when you're trying to use Essence Capture. Seismic Wave, pretty reasonable. And then in the commons, Spirited Companion's great. That's the best common in this pack. So if I was taking a common, I would take Spirited Companion. If I was taking an uncommon, it's between Azusa's Many Journeys and Seismic Wave. I really liked Azusa's Many Journeys. But yeah, easy Kyodai. I'm not sure which one of these is better. Okay, so the rare is missing, so we don't get a huge signal from that. And other than the rare, there is 3 uncommons. This one's bad. This one's mediocre. This one is pretty good, but it's blue-black, and I already have a white card. And then the commons are terrible here. There's Master's Rebuke, which is the best one. And green-white enchantments was pretty good in this set. I don't really see the need to take Era of Enlightenment. It was never my favorite card, even though it's the same color as this. I'd rather just branch into another color here. So land. The rest of the commons are bad, and then Silver for Master is the best card. But it's a gold card and doesn't go with my Kyodai, so we're not going to take it. The Silencer, not really my favorite either here. It just was kind of hard to use, and it's not really a huge card advantage. It's more of a tempo-y card, and I'm just going to take the Rebuke. The Rebuke. Wow, this is another interesting pack. There is a Skyblessed Samurai, which is good and specifically green-white. There's also Kami's Flare, which red was kind of weak, if I recall, in this set. Like, red-black could work, but the other red decks weren't that good. Red-white was pretty bad. A lot of them were kind of finicky. So, even though both these red cards are pretty good, it was kind of hard to make them work. There is another Master's Rebuke. Suit up. Skyblessed Samurai, eh? Kami's Flare. I'm just going to take another Master's Rebuke, I think. Currently don't want to commit too heavily to this direction, but getting a couple green cards is nice. It looks like nobody wants to draft red, because this card is actually insanely good. Giving any creature double strike is just super powerful. And there's an experimental synthesizer. But do I want to be the chump that drafts red is the question. There's also a Modern Age here. Sure, we'll draft red. We'll see if it's open at least, or if we get anything. Golden Tails medium. Modern Age is pretty good. If I wasn't taking the Lizard Blades, I would take the Modern Age because it's just really good. Sure, we'll see if Lizard Blades means anything. Zagreta Tanuki. There's a Narika as well. But we're just going to take the Tanuki, goes with our Master's Rebuke. It's just a great card. Okay, green-white it is. There's a Jukai Preserver as well, but I think we'll just try to go for this one. Because we do have the Kyodai. We could just... I don't really want to go red-green. Red-green was not great. But Naturalist is great. Getting one late could be a nice signal. And then we get the Preserver. Kitsune Ace. We're going to take a blue card here. I don't think the Ace is that good. And we'll speculate on blue-green, maybe. Maybe we just want to take the white card so white doesn't seem open. We didn't have a real reason to be blue. This card's not great. Essence Capture. Green, black. Yeah. Ah, the Thundersteel Colossus. Goes perfectly with the Kitsune Ace. Overall, it's not like we're passing anything great. So sure, we're getting bad cards, but it's not like we're passing like a great card in a different color. I was pretty happy with how I navigated this. We didn't just completely close ourselves off to the possibility of playing red. Sure, I took Rebuke over Kami's Flare, but we're in good shape, I think. Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa. I could take the Caves or the Moth Rider. I don't like Moth Rider. I think it's bad. But am I likely to play this? It could be used to activate Kyodai. But I would have to be... It's not the right land for that. I would rather play like a green or white land that has a secondary color on it. Okay, so we're not planning on playing red, so we're going to take the swamp and pass the red and black cards. Send a little bit of a signal. Brutsu. Tomorrow. Last pick planes. It's an omen. Wow. Well, this card's actually crazy and makes me want to play heavy green. What else is in this pack? Life of Toshiro is insane. There's also a Jukai Naturalist. Imperial Oath is pretty great. Igonjo Exemplar is pretty solid. Twisted Embrace is good. I'm just going to take... And also Banishing Slash is excellent. I'm going to take Invoke the Ancients, though, and then just try to bias towards heavy green. I don't have any great white cards. I've got a couple of fine ones, but try to play a 10-7 mana base or something. Weaver of Harmony. That's going to be good for me, I think. Currently, I don't have stuff to go with it, but I have enchantment creatures, so that's already some synergy. And getting past a great green card is a good sign for pack 2. Starting off on the right foot. That's what I say. Tales of Master Seshiro. So we kind of got our plan locked in. We're going to play heavy green. And also just we need more green cards because we were playing the Invoke. Invoke the Ancients. If I wasn't taking this, I'd probably take Tails. I like Tails. Zip, zip, zip. Oh my gosh. Twin Shot Sniper. That's a great card. Maybe I take Twin Shot Sniper and then just play red, green, and lightly dabble into red. There's also March. I think green-white was pretty reasonably open as well. I got this late Jukai Naturalist. March is fine, but there's also Master's Rebuke, which keeps me heavier green. I'm going to take the Rebuke. Just because I want to be closer to one color. Ah, Mechatite. Can't really enable that one right now. Naomi. 4 other artifact creatures. We're not really an artifact deck. I'm just going to take the bearer. Now, there's a bunch of white cards, which is pretty nice for me. There's Narika, there's Era, Imperial Oath, but I'm just going to keep taking the green cards, because again, when you have this thing in your deck, you want to be like 10-7 or 11-7. So we're only going to dip into white for like the best of the best. Imperial Oath is pretty nice, but I like Tanuki. Maybe Michiko's is good enough. Possible for each artifact and enchantment. So 2 enchantments, 3 enchantments, 4, 5, 6. All my creatures are enchantments. Master's Rebuke or Tales of Master Sashiro. I'm just going to keep taking rebukes. Pretty solid removal. And I'm going to have some big creatures. And Sashiro also kind of needs me to have a creature in play, so it's like they're both relatively high setup. Well, that's insane. Oh, can I afford to take a Banishing Slash? I think I have to just take the Bamboo Grove Archer. This card's great, but double white's going to be really too difficult to enable. Boon of Boseiju. Let's take Bearer again. I like the deck. That's not a huge surprise to me, Alamek, that somebody took the second Naturalist. It's also not the biggest deal, because I'm not really relying on the white cards at all. I'm just taking the green cards. We'll pass the last big red card to someone. Boseiju, who endures. Pretty reasonable card. We're going to take the Fang of Shigeki, though. Because it plays great with our 4 Master's Rebukes. I wouldn't mind a trainee, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind a Boseiju. But we want the Fang. And now I'll take Touch of the Spirit Realm. So I think Spirited Companion is like a very good card, but again, I'm not going to reliably have this on turn 2, and if I'm going to top deck a card on turn 6 or 7 to cast, I'd rather be casting that, I think, because that's when they usually have something worth killing. I have pretty good removal in this deck. I'm going to take a Zeus's Many Journeys, get myself another 2-drop. Jukai Preserver is pretty good, but I like the Zeus a little bit better, and I already have a couple of the Preservers. Harmonious Emergence is pretty good. This guy. Lore counter on each saga. I only have a couple sagas. When it dies, I return some into my hand. I could just take a Harmonious Emergence. I don't think this card's that good for me. I'll take another Fang. I wouldn't mind the Tamiyo Safekeeping to protect my Master's Rebukes, but I would rather have Fang. Just gives me a 1-drop that works with my Master's Rebuke. And another Fang. And another Master's Rebuke. Why not? Careful Cultivation. My deck seems interesting. It might not have enough power to quite get over the finish line that consistently, but it's got a lot of removal, so could be reasonable at the very least. That's a nice pickup. Coiling Stalker is good with Fang of Shigeki. It's not really an enchantment, though. Wow, late Prodigy's prototype. I need to make one cut to this deck. Greater Tanuki! Oh, gosh. Maybe I don't need Bamboo Grove Archer. Or maybe Bearer of Memory? Ugh. Why would 5 Rebukes be too much? I would probably play like 6 of them. Or 7. I don't know. It's just a good card. I don't know if I need the Grove Archer now that I have the 3 Fangs. I kind of like these guys as some late game. Goes well with the Tanukis. I definitely like the Season of Renewal. Harmonious Emergence is another good card with those. Grove Archer does also play well with the Rebukes. Home. Home. I could cut one Bearer. It's my worst card, I think. I think Bamboo Grove Archer is arguably worse in many situations. But I think we'll be fine. And I'm going to run 11-6. And that should be the deck. I will see you folks in the games. If you are enjoying my content and think it is worth supporting, you can do so at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. It's simple, easy to set up, can be canceled at any time if your situation changes, and I really do appreciate everyone who supports me in this way. Without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round number 1. We're keeping this hand. We've got our classic Grove Archer Master Rebuke. That's one of the reasons I kept this, because it does have good synergy with this. High power for 2-drop. Ah, the Kunai. Wow, I'm just the luckiest ever. What a draw. I've already given you more than enough Roldars, Adronius. Too many, some might say. Are they going to have a flyer? Okay. Dockside Chef. Well, that guy has to die. As you know. Fair. I'm pretty happy with that exchange overall. I have my season of renewal to get it back. And the cost reduction wasn't doing much for me right now. I think we're in fine shape. Ow. Monster, how could you? They have a combat trick here. Probably +4. I mean, the one that makes it a 4/5. Huh.
You'll never see me coming. There's no secret I can't uncover.
Feels bad, man. Ah, the scrounger.
Our eyes are everywhere.
Give me a forest, baby. Yes, I am the greatest. I will give both of them trample. Because my life total is not in jeopardy. And trampling over random 1/1s seems good.
I know something you don't know.
Okay, that's a creepy thing to say, Kaito. That, like, actually gave me, like, ugh, I almost gagged when he said that. I don't know why, but holy heck. What's with that voice, dude? Jeez. Oh my gosh. I don't know why. That almost made me sick. And I'm not sure exactly why, but holy heck. I know something you don't know. Oh, they don't have the mana for this. Perfect. Okay. Attack there. Attack there. Oh. Only if a creature died this turn. Oh, I can kill this thing, so it won't matter. So they won't have a treasure yet. Yep, I knew they could make a treasure.
Oh, there will
Get
be
owned.
next time.
Oh, there will be a next time. I could be a voice actor. What do you think, chat? Ah, twisted. Tanuki and the bearer. Thank you, Griffin. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I feel like they're going to keep just piling up onto their unblockable guy. This is why I don't love Bamboo Grove Archer in general, because he hasn't done really anything this game. He's kind of stopped a couple attacks, maybe. Oh, that's a great draw. They could have Virus Beetle, but I'm not going to worry about it. And now I baited out their removal spell, so my Kyodai can do some work. I think we got this win. Oh, opponent. Oh, yes. So hard to beat Kyodai. Oh, man. Nice. We got to cast our sweet rare that we warped our deck around, so feels good. If we can cast that a few games, we'll probably win those games. We did have to battle through a Kaito Shizuki, though. Laws. My nemesis. The humble gold player. Oh, what a hand. We are off to a blazing start here. It's important that we play our planes next. If they aren't ready for us, we could hit them with our 1/1 army. No, don't kill the bearer. I beg you, please, no. No, that was really bad. Well, I don't have any army now. This is literally the best card possible to answer the Harmonious Emergence, because it actually gets around the, like, protecting the land thing. Jeez. That was too painful. That was just like getting obliterated at every turn to the absolute max. Whew. That was not fun at all. Yikes. Churro, churro, come on, toro, toro, churro, churro. Okay. Ho-ho! 1, 2, 3. And we pray. Please. Don't have this seismic card again. It owns me. Makes me sad. The classic multi-Shigeki start. Shigeki tribal, as it is known. What a draw. I'm just going to hold this to kill their flyer, because I don't need the defenses. I'm going to hold a rebuke. I think I did that the best I could have. I'm not 100% sure, but I tried. I ended up trading 2 for 2. I killed both their things. Killed this vehicle and this vehicle. And then I can bamboo thing this thing. Brute suit. Hello, Arcarolar. I really just want to use this to kill their flyer. Why they're playing lands when they have Sky Swimmer Koi, I will not understand. Yep, I thought they were going to do this last turn. I'm totally fine with this. I've got another 3/3 coming. They're up to something. Sure. Jeez, I really wanted to line this up so I could have the rebuke for something else. Okay. I think I got too fixated on this Grove Archer. Yeah, I could have done this way better, I think, eventually. Okay, Brute Suit, sure. We can make this thing first strike. Okay. You should usually loot empty-handed just to give yourself more information. Okay, them attacking is probably good for me. I don't know why they didn't agree that with the ace. Oh, it's when it attacks. Okay, that makes sense. I never really played much Kitsune Ace. That was a pretty good deal for me, I think. I didn't have to use any of my removal spells. They have a 1/1 flyer. And if they play the card in their hand, this thing just dies. Ugh, slow and steady. Okay. GG, opponent. There's no way they win this. I just attack all. And then use my 2 Master's Rebukes to win. Oh, man. This has been too slow. Just... The game was over functionally like 10 turns ago. Or not 10 turns ago. I don't know. They played this thing, which kind of got it back in it a little bit, but... Yeah, they don't even need to see my Master's Rebukes. They know I have them. Or they should know that I have something, because I was missing land drops for about 10 turns. And they could have probably had way more action. They just played their extra lands for some reason. So it's not even like a flood versus screw case. It's just they just didn't keep their spells because they were playing their extra lands. Okay, this is a fine hand. It's not great. It's like one of the worst hands I could have, but... I'm gonna lead on this. I'm kind of interested in seeing if I can just top deck a... okay. Like, if I could have drawn a Tanuki or something, that would have been really good. Now when I draw planes, I'll be able to get a big buff on my guy. They're gonna have to chump this, probably. I can't imagine they want to take 10. No! Don't take out my Weaver, please! My Weaver just wants to live! He's a friend to the people! He is a friendly Weaver! No! Don't do it! Please! Yes? Just give me a chance! He's the Weaver of Harmony, not destruction! You were supposed to bring balance to the force, not join them! The Washi Guidebot, no! Wow. I manipulated them perfectly. They could have buffed this thing and done more damage, and then they wouldn't have been able to use that very well. Dang. I almost killed the Tawashi Guidebot. Maybe that would have been better. Oh, what are they? Okay. Yep, they killed my portrait. Got me. I figured they had like some sort of ninja. No. Bet you feel pretty silly using your completion now. So they could kill this thing for sure. If they double block it, that's okay with me. Yeah. Put in the counter here because this thing can keep attacking on its own. And now this thing can attack too. This game's going to come down to whether or not... Gosh darn it. What's it like to draw all these spells, opponent? Please tell me. I'd love to be enlightened. Gosh darn it. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Luckily they can't cast something this turn because they don't have the mana. Just draw 4 cards, no big deal. Oh my gosh, what a top deck. Why not Rebuke? Because I'm not sure I want to use Rebuke. Like, this is going to be way better for me. Oh, I screwed that up. No, I should have done the one that was blocking. Because the one that was blocking is going to die anyway. So now if they have bounce, I'm screwed. No, what have I done? I also should have just done it with the Weaver. Wow. I'm so trash. I'm so bad. Not that it was going to matter, because I'm completely toast anyway. Oh, I don't think it mattered. At that point in the game, no matter what I do, I'm toast. They just drew too well down the stretch. I had drawn 9 lands at that point, and they drew 6, and then they drew their stupid thingamajig off the top. Building around Invoke the Ancients or any of the invocations is kind of weird, because if you don't draw them, then your deck is generally underpowered compared to where it could be. So it's like, you just turn your deck into a coin flip to some degree. Sometimes it's correct. My deck had the ability to do it, but it's less evenly distributed power. Also, that stupid Behold the Unspeakable is just actually unfair as a card. It's one of the most just brutal cards in the whole format. If I used my kill spell a little bit differently, maybe I could have killed. If I used it on my guy that was tapped, my Weaver. They probably could have still. I tend to hate cards like that in limited STR. Like, the ones that are just, like, game-warpingly powerful are just not as fun for me. Just, like, a complete, like, 4-for-1 card a lot of the time. I'm gonna cycle this to get a Forest, maybe. Just so whatever I draw, I can play the Invoke. Ah, gosh. Hold them off, Fang. You can do it. Nice arc. Whenever you face someone who plays slowly, it's just such a drain. Because then I play faster, thinking it'll make them play faster, sometimes just subconsciously. Rabbit. Rabbit battle. Yeah, I don't really care about taking 2. I'm gonna get a forest. Just want to guarantee this. I drew the planes anyway, because I'm a beast. But, like, imagine if I got into planes and then I drew a planes. It's just so much worse for me. I'm gonna give vigilance to both of them. And I can artifact a creature, so I can't exile the enchantment. Oh, I screwed up. Oh, I could have used the preserve. I could have played the land and then double preserve it, but then I'd have to discard this or sacrifice it. Hmm. Beginning of the owner's beginning next end step. I think I got him. God The win! Yay! As I said, when I draw my 5-mana rare, I'm probably gonna win the game. And because it's just so much stats. It's 8-10 worth of stats for 5 mana. It's like, what the heck? Three wins. That's all you can expect from my deck a lot of the time. Especially if variance isn't on your side in some of your games. I don't know. I'll try to do better, obviously, but... Gotta keep this and hope to draw one of my early drops. Ah! Wow, I can't believe they're playing this card. This card is so good against me, too. Like, this card actually owns me because I have so many random 1/1s. I guess they do deal 10 damage to me because of it. So I guess an extra 4. And this thing wouldn't have been able to attack. This could end badly for me. Let us pray. Yeah, we did it. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat removal very easily anyway. So I'm just going to hope they don't have it this turn. Even if they do have it, they hit me for 6. I hit them for 4 again. Play this and this. They hit me for 1. Sure, they're getting some nice scrying with their puzzle maker. Oh, no. They have a ninja. Ouch. Oh, it's that one too. Brutal. They have 3, 5, 6, 7. They're hitting me for 3. I kind of need to draw something here. Oh, you're kidding me. That's just next level. The disrespect. So the reason I'm attacking is because I think it's my only hope. Because my 4/4 doesn't block particularly well. And if I can bait them into a block here. Get a nice little 2-4-1. Okay. So. Satoru Umezawa, definitely terrifying. Solution. Block memory of Toshiro if they attack all. I can't believe they did that. That is actually ludicrous to me that they did that. I needed to draw a spell there. That would have been really nice. When the white moves on. Did they forget that Satoru gives everything on their board? Like, ninjutsu? They could have attacked all. I kind of have to block the... I don't know. Can you imagine if I had another one of these things right now? That would have been really good. As it is, I lose. Whew. I tried. 3-3. I'm remembering why I didn't like this format as much. I know a lot of people liked it, but just the games aren't that satisfying to me. I don't know. Anyway, pretty solid deck. 3-3. Not the best, but not the worst either. And pretty cool cards. Got to see some Fang of Shigeki. Did some cool stuff with Invoke the Ancients. Only drew the Kyodai once. Probably could have gotten a few more wins if we'd drawn that card a bit more. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you made it all the way till the end, leave hashtag, I don't know, ancient time, because, I don't know, I've never played this card before, and it's pretty fun. And, yeah, subscribe for more content, and I'll talk to you next time.